All right, guys, so let's talk about actually using Snapchat. So part of scaling and part of expanding is kind of testing new ad platforms. I've tested a ton of different ad platforms from, Pinterest to, LinkedIn to Reddit to Google AdWords. And what I've found from a Shopify and dropshipping perspective is there's really only three that work. So I could have done a tutorial on Google. If you guys want me to do a tutorial on Google, I will do that. Just post in the private student group, and I'm happy to do that. But full disclosure, I've tested it vigorously, and I found that it was more expensive and it was producing less results than the big three, which are Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. And so that's what we're going to focus on. We talked about Facebook, we talked about Instagram, and now we're going to talk about Snapchat. If you guys want to hear about other ad platforms, be my guest. Please post in the group. I'm always happy to do, what you guys want. So just let me know. But from my experience, the ones that have actually produced positive results and given me a return on investment that was worth my, my time learning the platform and actually investing money into ads is Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. So we're going to talk about Snapchat right now. This is the Snapchat dashboard. So I've been using it for a bunch of different things, and it's actually pretty cool. So let's talk about the creative library. Let's talk about first the audiences. So how it works is they have what's called Snap Audience Manager, I believe is what this stands for. And so it's the same thing as a custom audience, except the only thing that you can actually do is enter emails. And so once you have emails of people who sign up to your newsletter and people who sign up to, who make purchases from you, or, any type of emails that you've collected in your specific niche, you upload them here. We'll call this, Golf Ninjas 1 or whatever. And, we'll describe it the same way, and we'll upload it. So all we have to do here is upload a file of emails. You can download the example file here. It literally is as simple as it possibly gets. There's literally no options other than emails. And so it's in its infancy. It's not a mature ad platform, but with not being a mature ad platform comes an incredible value. And that's why we're going to talk about it right now. So if we take a look at some of these right here, let's look at the overall ad account. We see that if we do the lifetime here, so we've spent, I think it's about $10,000. Yeah, so about $10,000, 2.2 million impressions with 77,000 swipe ups. So think of a swipe up as a click, because in Snapchat, swipe up basically means that somebody would click. It's the same thing as clicking on your Facebook. So if we go to $10,000 divided by 70,000, then we see that we're actually getting 14-cent clicks, which is absolutely insane if you are in the kind of internet marketing world. 14-cent clicks, especially from a targeting perspective. We're not running this as bland or as untargeted traffic at all. I uploaded email lists of my customers for Amazon, for Shopify, and through the audience manager, I created a lookalike audience from that custom audience, same as Facebook, and then from that lookalike audience, I created a lookalike audience in the USA, in the UK, in Canada, and in Australia, the big four, and then I ran those with a few other narrowers. So if we actually want to take a look at this, so how we're going to do it, and since I want to actually show you all of this rather than just talk about it like all the other gurus out there, what we're going to do is we're going to choose drive traffic to my website. So we're going to start it immediately. We're going to active, we're going to call this Shopify 1. So if we go to next here, we'll start to see the actual audience budget and scheduling. So this is pretty cool. So we're going to use the USA, but if you had a lookalike audience that you created from a custom audience and then put it into Canada or put it into the UK or Australia or whatever it is, you'd obviously choose that here. We like to target 21, 25, and 35-year-olds. This type of age range is Snap specific. This would be like if you were running ads to like an app or something like that for like really young people. So we're going to do everyone. We're going to do English here. We're not going to do anything for DLX. This is like net worth type stuff. And so this is where we would choose our predefined audiences. And so this is actually Snap specific. So if we see that it's Snapchat here, this is from actual browsing data on Snapchat. So like if you view Snap stories and stuff like that, and you view stuff like from Forbes or Money Magazine or stuff like that, then it'll actually put you into an ad category like lifestyles. You can do men's lifestyle, you can do investor, entrepreneurs, like if you have a product that's catered towards entrepreneurs or something like that. So take a peek through all of the different Snapchat specific ones. Obviously, this would be great for cosmetics or makeup, and this is a super exciting platform, guys. Getting 14-cent targeted swipe ups is ridiculous. And I ran ads to all different types of stuff and just really started to kind of hone in. And my swipe ups by the end were 4 cents instead of whatever I just said. So 14 cents or whatever it was. Yeah, 14 cents. So 4 cents a click for a targeted advertisement is nuts. It's ridiculous. And the reason that it's so ridiculous is because Snapchat is trying to lure people onto their platform because they're immature, right? They don't have a very robust ad platform. They don't have a very robust custom or lookalike audience creation, similar to Facebook, but they're a lot younger. So that's why you get a huge bang for your buck here, guys. So this is my personal gift to you. I promise it's going to be ridiculous. So take a gander through here. There's a ton of stuff. If you have stuff like, maybe you're selling LED shoes or something, there's just a ton of great stuff here. And so, you can deliver to all Snapchat, or you can edit it. You can talk about your daily budget. The bid that I like to use for swipe ups is, I like to do about 20 cents. I found that to be pretty good. It'll give you your audience size here as you start to change it. And that's literally as simple as it is, guys. So let's talk about some logistics. So there's some restrictions. Take a look through here. It'll be in your notes that I give you guys that are underneath this module. So take a look through here. The maximum ad length is 10 seconds. And so what I learned doing a bunch of tests here is that video actually performs far worse than a really sexily designed image. So let's take a look at some of my creative that perform the best. And I'm not saying this is sexy, but so this is the image that performed the best. So So let's take a look at this image. It has a nice little border here. You have to have your logo for your company right here. So we see my logo, and then it has kind of a bottom bar with nice text and just some type of like visually capturing image with like a car, or if you're selling a product that would kind of adhere to the same. Kind of piquing people's interest. It just works really well, guys. So that is Snapchat kind of, in a nutshell. It works incredibly well. The swipe ups are ridiculous. The estimated cost per swipe ups here are 7 cents for some of these campaigns, which is crazy. Some of the AdSense are even cheaper. And so Snapchat is a huge resource for you guys to utilize that basically no one out there is taking advantage of right now. And it's ripe to be taken over from an e-commerce perspective. So I hope you guys realize how big of an opportunity it is and take advantage. So the ad dimensions are 1080 in width by 1920 in height. And so you can just reach out to your graphic artist that you find on Fiverr or Upwork and tell them this. Find the best picture that you can find of your product, design it as sexy as you can, make 4 or 5 different images that you can kind of cross test and see what's performing the best, because like the key to being a good advertiser, guys, is split testing. The more tests you have, the more money you'll save and the more money you'll make. So it can be up to 10 seconds. You can add voice onto your images. If you want to try videos, you can do the same. Here are the asset dimensions, and that is really Snapchat in a nutshell, guys. It's a huge opportunity. Don't ignore it. Take advantage. You want to be on the front end of these trends, and that's where we're at with Snapchat right now. So that's my little secret to you guys. Don't tell anyone, obviously, besides the people in the Shopify Ninja family. So I hope you enjoyed that one, guys, and let's get to the next one.